Hello everyone, welcome to Saturday Morning Yoga with me, Jamie. It's time to gather everyone together, make some space and enjoy some family yoga time. Now today we're going to meet a very special little friend who learns a wonderful lesson, a lesson we can all learn from, that we are enough, that you are enough, you are perfect just as you are, and that we don't need to pretend to be like anyone else, just being ourselves is perfect. I hope you enjoy it and take heart from that wonderful message.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cosmic Kids. I'm Jamie and this is your place for yoga, stories and fun. It's easy, just copy the moves I do and enjoy the adventure. Now we always start in the same way, and that's by sitting on our bottoms with our legs crossed and bringing our hands together at our heart and saying our secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. There. Now we're ready to begin. I can't wait to find out who our story's about today. So let's have a look through the cosminoculars, bringing our thumbs and fingers together, putting them over your eyes to have a look through. Wow! What pretty colours! All those swooshes and swirls! Wow! Lovely shapes! Can you see the picture? Oh, I think I can. Oh yes, look! It's a dodo! It's Dodgson the Dodo! What's Dodgson doing? He's doing yoga. He's doing boat pose. Wow, everyone, we're off to meet Dodgson the Dodo. Now, Dodgson the Dodo is a bird. Standing up, take your feet hip distance apart and fold halfway forward. Take your wings down to the floor and then spread them wide like you're a swooping bird. But Dodgson the Dodo has only got little wings that are at the side of his body, so he's a bit like a penguin and he can't fly. Now dodos are also extinct. Extinct means they used to live here on our lovely planet, but now there are none left, just like the dinosaurs. Jumping your feet wide, fold forward to grab your ankles and let's do a clomp, 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 clomp like a dinosaur. Standing up. Now, to go and visit Dodgson, we have to go 500 years back in time. So we're going in a time machine. Spread your arms wide, then join your palms over your head. Let's get in. We come to all fours and we reach forward with one hand and 2 hands and 1 leg and the other leg. Now we need to switch our time machine on. So we sit with our legs out forward and we get ready to twiddle our knobs, bending our knees a little bit to help us lean forwards. Ready? Here we go. There we go. We're all ready to go 500 years back in time. Time for takeoff. We bend our knees up and put our hands behind us and we count down from 5 to blast off, lifting our hips. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! We lie down on our backs and we lift our legs up to the air, arms stretched out to the sides. Wow, we're going back in time! Can you hear that noise? That's the sound of the ticking time machine clock. Sitting up, everyone, cross your legs. Let's do our tick-tock mindfulness rhyme. Ready? Tick-tock like a clock until I find my centre. Did you find it? Yay! That means we've landed. Coming to our knees, tuck yourself up into a tiny little landing ball. Ooh. As we sit up, pop, we pop out of our time machine. And there waiting for us is Dodgson the Dodo. Yay! He's such a sweet little bird. He's got 2 very long legs. Sitting on your bottoms, stretch out 1 leg, stretch out 2. 2 little long legs, very nice. He's got a very long neck, sitting with your neck very tall, and a lovely little yellow beak. And he's got a fluffy body, fluffy, with 2 little wings at the side. And the only thing that Dodgson can say is, coming to your knees, do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. Oh, Dodgson, you're great. Dodgson is a very happy little dodo. But he wasn't always this happy. When Dodgson was little, he didn't know who he was or where he belonged. He tells us the story of how his life began. He started life in an egg. Sitting on your bottoms, bend your knees and give them a big hug. Now can you lift up 1 toe, ooh, maybe 2, and balance like a little cosmic egg? Yes, it was time for Dodgson to hatch out of his little egg. Coming onto your tummies, take your hands underneath your shoulders and wiggle out of your egg. He looked around, looking for his mummy or his daddy or his brothers or sisters, but there was no one there. Dodgson knew that he needed to protect himself and keep warm, so he built himself a nest. Lying down on your tummy, looking down to the floor, kick your feet towards your bottom and reach around to grab your ankles. Then as you smell the flowers, lift up into a nest shape. Yay! Now Dodgson woke up one morning, stretching his little wings up above his head, and sitting up and doing a big yawn. Today he was going to set off to find out who he really was and where he really belonged. He'd seen the birds flying above him in the sky and thought, maybe I'm one of them. So he set off to go and find one to talk to, waddling through the forest. Crouching up on your tiptoes, he waddled through the forest. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. He came to a rainbow tree, standing up, putting 1 foot on top of the other, and your hands together at your heart. Now grow your tree up tall and open your big colourful branches, twinkling your fingers. Now I wonder how strong you rainbow trees are today. I wonder if I can blow you down. You stay tall and strong, and I'll have a go. Ready? Do-do-do-do. Oh my goodness! You are super strong today. But can you do it on the other side? Let's try. Standing with your other foot on top now and your hands together at your heart. Grow your tree up tall. Open your branches. Are you ready? Here I come. Doopy-doopy-doo. No, I can't blow you down. You're too strong. Now, living in this rainbow tree is a whole flock of birds of paradise. Standing all the way forward, take your wings down low and flutter them up and down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dodgson looked up and thought, I'm going to ask them. Maybe I'm a bird of paradise. With his wings on his side, he sat up tall and he said, Do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. But all he heard from up in the tree was a titter, wrapping your arms around yourself, and a laugh, wrapping the other way. Dodgson thought he'd better ask again, so he sat up tall and asked his question. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. But all he heard again was a titter and a laugh. Then all of a sudden, down in front of him flew a bird of paradise. It landed and looked right at him, cocking her head one way, and the other way. She then said to Dodgson, Go away. Go and find your own tree and your own family. Bye-bye. And she flew back up into the tree. Dodgson sat back and hung his head. He didn't like being laughed at. But then he thought, well, at least I know I'm not a bird of paradise. He wasn't going to let this stop him. He wanted to continue his search. So he came to the river. He was feeling rather hot, so he did a big dive in to cool off. Standing up, lift your arms up above your head and dive all the way forwards into the river. Sploosh! Coming down onto your tummy, he started to swim. As he was swimming, he thought, hang on, I'm swimming. Maybe I'm a swimming bird. Putting your hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourself up. Up ahead, he could see these tall pink birds standing on one leg. Yes, that's right, flamingos. He thought, maybe I'm a flamingo. And he swam right up to the first one he could see. Quick, I'm going to ask. He got right in front of the flamingo, got into position, and in his most delighted, polite dodo way, he asked his question. Dodo, 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 Dodgson? The flamingo was standing elegantly, her long neck and beak on one leg, trying not to wobble. She looked down at the little funny creature and pretended not to see him, so hopped around to face the other way. Dodgson thought, oh, maybe she didn't hear me. So he asked again, coming to your knees, arms on your side. Dodgson. The flamingo wanted to get rid of this little creature once and for all. Standing up, turning to the back, lifting up your long neck and beak, standing on one leg, she hopped around to face him, then put her leg down, brought her wings together and bent her knees to look down at him. She looked carefully. Then a look of confusion came over her face as she said, "Go away. You don't belong here. We are flamingos and you are..." She stopped, still looking confused. "Not a flamingo." And then she hopped around to face the other way again. Oh, poor Dodgson. He sat down and thought, well, at least I know I'm not a flamingo. From there on, Dodgson got more and more confused. He asked a snake, coming up to your knees, arms on your side. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. But the snake had never heard anything more silly. Coming onto your tummy, hands underneath your shoulders, strong legs, lift yourself up. The snake said, slow, silly, sausage, it's not a snake. Dodgson got the message. He then asked a monkey, coming up to your knees, arms on your side, little wings. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. He was quite excited about being a monkey, but the monkey had never seen anything like a dodo and jumped out of his skin. Coming up onto your tippy toes. After 3, do a big monkey jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wah! Clearly he wasn't a monkey. Dodgson then asked a lion. Oh, coming to your knees, arms on your side. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. Luckily, the lion had just had his lunch, but didn't want to be bothered by this funny little thing, so did a big roar to scare him away. 1, 2, 3. The last animal Dodgson asked was an elephant. He stood up on his little knees, wings at the side, and looked at the elephant and said, Do-do-do-do-do-do, Dodgson. The elephant had never heard anything more funny in her life. Standing up, legs as wide, and take your little hand behind you for a tail. She lifted her trunk up into the air and did a big trumpety laugh. Swinging off, she couldn't believe what she was hearing. Dodgson was feeling a little bit sad. He'd asked everyone, and none of them had helped him. All of a sudden, coming towards him, was another bird. It had 2 long legs, a fluffy body, 2 little wings, a long neck, Could this be? But as it came towards him, standing with your legs wide, crisscross your fingers behind your back, it folded forward. And out from behind it fanned a huge fan of beautiful turquoise and blue feathers, each with a big eye on the top. This was a peacock. Dodgson came up and he put one foot forwards and one foot back. He put his little wings behind him and he did a big deep bow. Oh. He then felt he ought to do it on the other side as well, because this was a very special bird. So he put the other foot forward and the other foot back and he did it again. Oh. Then he had to do it. He asked his question. Coming down to your knees. Take your wings to your side. Do, 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 Dodgson. The bird sat down with its big peacock feathers falling down behind it, drawing its little feet together and spreading its knees wide. It pressed its shoulders back and its chest forward, and it looked straight at Dodgson as he said, I am a peacock, and you are a dodo. You are Dodgson the Dodo. Now, Dodgson, you are the best at being you. You do not need to go and see to be someone else, some other animal, because only you can be the best dodo. Only you can be the best Dodgson. You are perfect, just as you are. As Dodgson heard these words, he relaxed, and his heart filled with joy and love. He closed his eyes, as finally he felt peace. He felt at home. He didn't need to try and be like anyone else anymore. He was perfect, just as he was. Now we lie back and we think about this journey that Dodgson has been on, and we let our bodies rest and relax down. And just as Dodgson is the best at being him, we are the best at being ourselves. We never need to feel like we need to be like someone else. We are perfect, just as we are. We can be whatever we want to be. And we lie feeling that stillness, that peace, that contentment to just be. Slowly now we start to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes, and we give our knees a big cuddle, maybe giving them a kiss too. We roll over onto our sides and we come up to sit with our legs crossed. We bring our hands together at our hearts and we finish just the way we started, with our secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. There. Well done, everyone. Thanks for coming on Dodgson the Dodo's adventure. You were great. I hope you had fun, and I hope you come back soon for another Cosmic Kids adventure. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed that. You were brilliant. Now it's time for a wonderful burst of energy to refresh our brains with a brilliant brain break. Today we're going to do a little call and response song called Walking Through the Jungle, and there's lots of yoga poses to do along the way. I'll sing a line and then you sing it back. Let's go. We begin with a walk. Walking through the jungle, what can I see? I can see a lion roaring at me.
Coming into lion pose, everyone. Down on your knees. After 3, big roar to the sky. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Roar! And let's carry on in the jungle. Coming to stand and walking. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see a monkey jumping at me. Let's do a monkey jump, coming all the way down to crouch. And after 3, big jump in the air with a monkey call. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, well done everyone. Coming up to stand, and let's carry on in the jungle. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see an elephant trumpeting at me. Wow, jump your feet wide, everyone. Take your arm up to make your trunk, and let's do a big, loud trumpet sound. Ready? Ow! And all the way up. Well done, everyone. Let's carry on through the jungle. Here we go. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see a snake hissing at me. Coming down to lie on your tummies, everyone, into your snake pose. Hands under your shoulders and wriggle, wriggle, wriggle up with a nice Oh, well done, everyone. Coming up to stand again. Let's carry on walking. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see a tiger clawing at me. Coming down onto all 4s, everyone. Let's try our tiger pose. Reach one arm out and see if you can reach your opposite leg at the same time. Oh, try not to wobble and do a big claw. And the other way. Hand and knee come back down. Other arm goes out, other leg goes out. Ready? Fantastic. Coming up to stand, and let's carry on. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see a crocodile snapping at me. Let's come into crocodile pose, lying on our sides, everyone. Make your arms as long as they'll go above your head, and then use your top arm to open and close your big crocodile teeth. Yes, snapping away. Oh my goodness me. Let's carry on through the jungle. Coming up to stand and walking. Walking through the jungle. What can I see? I can see a butterfly fluttering at me. Coming to sit on your bottoms, everyone. Joining the soles of your feet together, holding onto your toes so that you can stretch and flutter your butterfly wings. Now let's have a look at those beautiful butterfly colours. Let's lift up one wing. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Amazing! We've got pinks and oranges and reds and golds. Beautiful. Lowering that wing down, fluttering a little bit further, and then let's look under the other wing. 1, 2, 3. Amazing! Blues and greens and turquoise and silver. It's gorgeous. Lowering that one down, fluttering a bit further. Shall we look under both wings, both at the same time? Come on, I think we should. Ready? After 3, see if you can hold your balance. 1, 2, 3. Amazing! All the colours of the rainbow! Lowering your feet back down, everyone. Well done! Thanks for walking through the jungle with me. Have an amazing day.
You were great. Well done, you. Now we have some yoga poses in the Yoga Pose universe for you to learn. It's great to become a master of these poses because when you come to do the adventures, you'll be amazing. I hope you love it. The Cosmic Kids Yoga Pose universe. Bear walks, coming down onto our hands and knees and spreading our fingers nice and wide. We tuck our toes and we press our hips up to the sky. Now come high up onto your tippy toes and walk like you're a bear, walking through the forest, looking for some nice tasty berries. Now bear walks are very good for releasing your lower back. So if you've been sitting down for a while, this is a brilliant pose to do. Yes, I've seen him too. But don't worry, keep calm and keep bear walking. He'll just think we're his bear friend. Bear walks. Cosmic Kids Yoga Pose universe. Flamingo pose. Reaching up with one of your arms to make a lovely tall flamingo's neck. Now holding onto your foot, trying not to wobble, and drawing your foot towards your bottom to get a nice stretch. Now let's be proud flamingos and do a little hop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Very good, everyone. Now, flamingo pose is very good for practicing your balance and for getting a nice big stretch in your quads, which are the big muscles in the front of your thighs. Let's try it on the other side. Bringing your foot down, reach up with the other arm. Now hold onto your foot, drawing it in towards your bottom, and let's do a little hop again. Ready? Whoop! Very good. Oh, hello. Oh, you make this standing on one leg thing look easy. Oh, well, that's just showing off. Flamingo pose. The Cosmic Kids Yoga Pose universe. Lizard pose. Coming down onto one knee, your hands either side of your foot. Now stretch your back leg all the way behind you, keeping your toes tucked for a bit of support. Now bring both your hands inside your foot and see if you can lower yourself down like you're a lizard skulking around. Now lizard pose is really good for opening our hips and building strength in our legs. And it's lovely if you just breathe here for a while and get comfy. Now let's try it on the other side. Coming back up onto our hands, we switch our legs around, bringing the other foot forward, and we stretch our back leg all the way back behind us, keeping our toes nice and tucked. We lower our body down and we skulk around like a lizard. Now that fly would be lunch if I was a real lizard, but I'm not. I'm just a person pretending to be a lizard. Oh, look who's here. Wow, that was impressive and a delicious lunch, no doubt. Although I think I'd prefer a sandwich. Oh, thanks. Lizard pose. That was great. Well done, you. Now, let's get the volume turned up, get ready to sing, to dance, and enjoy ourselves in the yoga disco.
Hi, my name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left hand. My name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right hand. My name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left foot.
And so I started toning in different places in the body, and she eventually started pointing at all of her.
Hi. My name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right foot. My name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your head. Hi, my name's Joe. I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. One day, my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, yes!
That was brilliant. Well done, you. Now we're going to get the wriggles out. We're going to use some energy with a really exciting game of Super Yoga. In Super Yoga, you copy the moves as they come down on the screen, and you score points for doing the poses. And at the end, you get a lovely relaxation where all the goodness of the points goes into your body. I hope you love it.
Super Yoga!
pose. Bridge pose. Mountain pose. Cosmic egg. Look out! It's a dinosaur stampede! Cave pose. Crooked branch pose. Crocodile pose. Tweety bird pose. Tree pose. Crab pose. Treasure chest. Dancer pose. Digging pose.